We got a lot of, when are you getting married? It might be a really hard road, it might not be, and if it is, we'll just deal with it as things happen. So
we decided, are we gonna lead with this?
I mean, whatever. Testing 1 2 3. Yeah, I have everything recording. Ow. Here I come.
Come closer.
Okay.
Come
these pants have so many
you can't see.
dog hairs.
Jameson just looked at you like he's mad at you for blaming him for that.
This is our first video attempting with a microphone, so
does it look douchey?
Please work. Does it? Probably. But I do feel a little, me and my mini microphone. Well, so how's it going?
It's going. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. I'm gonna get comfortable.
Babe, they can't see that. It's fine.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, I can. It's bothering me.
You should have not.
Don't look at the dog hair on my pants, please.
Well,
hi, honey. Hello, guys. My name is Kristen.
And I'm Steph.
We are soon-to-be wifeys. Possibly postponed wedding stuff, but we'll talk about that.
We are engaged.
We will at some point be wives. Unless things go terribly wrong.
Oh my god! Why just start this? Right?
Yeah, I could die.
Oh my god!
I could.
Yeah, but why are we talking about
No,
this?
we don't. Okay,
oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, I think we told them in the last Q&A that we got engaged, right? That's how people found out.
No, I made a whole video about it.
Oh.
Called we got
our proposal
engaged or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. But
thanks for remembering.
got them to send questions.
Yes, we're gonna do a Q&A. Like there are questions about you and I, but then there's other questions like about themselves, which I prefer anyway.
Let's like that.
We got a lot of, when are you getting married?
We were hoping for this fall originally when we got engaged, but we didn't really realize also how the venues they're on it. So when we did a little brief reaching out, a lot of venues were already booked. So we kind of were like, okay, maybe we'll push it back till next fall, and then we decided, are we gonna lead with this? I mean, whatever.
Yeah, we want babies.
Yeah, so we're like, so if we're gonna push it anyways, might as well push it till when we can have our dream wedding. Well, yeah, I know, Kristen.
That's dream wedding.
Well, I think it will be your dream wedding eventually, but what we want together without rushing it. I feel like this would have felt super rushed, and then we're gonna try for a baby. So we're prioritizing a baby before the wedding.
We are trying.
We are currently working on a baby before the wedding.
Yes.
So immediately a life update.
Yeah, good. We'll start with that. Get that out of the way because we have
now you guys all know. Now you guys all know.
I knew that people plan their weddings obviously far in advance.
Yeah.
But I think due to COVID, there's such a backlog for those 2-3 years where people put stuff off, and now it's extra crazy. Mm-hmm. I think even some of the people I talked to, they were like, "Yeah, we have more than normal."
But I think that people usually at least give themselves a year to plan, and I would be giving us 6 months to plan. Yeah. And I was like, I'm a good planner. I can make it happen.
I said, let's elope.
I'm down. I told you I'm down for eloping, but with people.
That's a wedding, not an elopement.
Well, a wedding with people, because I want to share it with people.
I know. I'm just joking. But that's
You're not joking. You're not joking. Anyways, but I'm down to do a destination wedding though. If it, I think we could pull that off too, and whoever can make it. Please come.
I had variations of this question. It says, where can I meet fellow queer people? I recently came out to my close friends, but I am lost. I had a lot of people asking where they can find a queer group or queer friends.
There's usually there's queer events going on. If you're in a city that's queer friendly, we play on a queer softball league on Thursday nights, and we've met a bunch of really fun people from that.
I feel like even through dodgeball's not queer, but it's still, I'm sure you could find queer friends there because there's tons of any kind of sporting event, there's going to be some kind of lesbians
or queer people. But I think that's what it is. Just you got to join. I think activities are really fun to do, and then it's not always focused on necessarily going to the bar and getting a drink. Mm-hmm. But then it could always, if that's what you want to do, it can always lead to that. You know what I mean? Or just anything.
Yeah.
So maybe join an activity. Mm-hmm. Activities are fun. You know how much I love activities.
Thank you to Pair Eyewear for sponsoring today's video. Pair Eyewear is more than just your average eyeglass company. They make base frames like these, and then they also make top frames so that you can get more out of your glasses. You can get them with your prescription, or you can just do blue light. That's what mine are, so that it can save my eyes when I'm staring at a screen all day long. First, you pick your base frame. The process is very easy, and you also have a virtual try-on option if you want to see how they fit on your face. I got the Ella in tortoise. Then once you pick your base frames, you can customize your glasses by choosing different top frames. They're magnetic, so you can switch them up in a second and have a completely new pair of glasses. Since summer's coming up, I got 3 different sun tops that I can wear. I'm kind of basic, so I got the black sun top, the gold reflective sun top, and the tortoise sun top, but there are all kinds of options that are a lot more adventurous than mine. I like them, okay? They feel like they're very good quality and they're really affordable as well. Another really great thing they do is they have a pair for a pair program, which gives glasses to children in need. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the description box and use my code Kristen McKenzie 15 to get 15% off your first order. Thanks, Thanks. This person says, help, I found a perfect apartment, but it's across from my ex-girlfriend's work. What do I do?
Whatever. I feel like if you're in the proximity anyways, and you are going to probably run into your ex anyways, if it's perfect, just who cares? It's a city. I don't know.
Is it a city? It doesn't say it's a city.
I don't know. But I feel like you're living in the same area if that's where they're working and you're living.
It also depends, like, how long were you together? How did things end?
I say if you like the apartment, who cares?
Yeah. Like, how often do you realistically think that you could bump into her? Or you could keep looking.
I say take the apartment.
There's lots of apartments out there.
Yeah, but then, like, the next street over is like, oh, it's my ex's favorite coffee shop. And the next street over is like, oh, it's my ex's best friend's house.
That's true.
You're SOL.
I think go with your gut.
Yeah.
If you're like, this is the place, just do it and deal with the consequences later.
That's how I kind of feel.
Do you want the apartment more, or do you want to not see your ex more?
Get the apartment.
Okay.
You think pros and cons.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would just go for the apartment, but...
Yeah, you probably wouldn't care. You're like, you would probably want...
Depends.
You would probably want your ex to see you.
I'd be like, look at me
Oh
thriving.
my God.
Yeah, okay. What next?
Okay.
Moving
People
on.
really ask us for advice.
I know. Okay, yeah. We didn't do our little disclaimer, like, take whatever advice we give with a grain of salt. This is the next one. I don't know what your thoughts are going to be. I'm 24 years old with a 46-year-old going on 3 years strong together.
Okay, wait. So sorry. Sorry, blacked out. Or do we know if it's 2 women, 2...
I'm imagining
okay,
2 women.
we're thinking it's 2
I'm going to
women.
picture it as 2
okay,
women.
that's what I was wondering.
Thoughts on age gap couples? I know your thoughts on this. Don't lie.
Yeah, I just think that you're in like that age gap right there. You're in totally different like kind of stages in life. But some people can be like a mature 20. You said how old?
24 and 46.
24-year-old.
So
I still think it's a young 20, and I still think that. And what's not trying to be rude again, but what's like a 46-year-old have in common with a 24-year-old? But some people have like
for 3 years.
Old, and which makes me even more worried because she would have been 21.
Yeah.
So
I can't imagine. I can't even imagine me 5 years ago dating a 21-year-old.
That's what I mean. So I'm just thinking like they started when she was 21 and she was still in her 40s. The other, her partner. So I'm like, if it's working for you, fine. Like I'm not here to judge if it truly is working for you. In my mind, I'm just kind of thinking, what's a 40-year-old doing with a 21-year-old? That's all I think about because I'm like you're still in college or just leaving college. Just a weird, different part of life.
Yeah.
Unless you're like old soul vibes and like, I don't know, you have this crazy connection.
It is like, I know if it was a guy and a girl too and the guy was older, I'd be like, ew, immediately.
Yeah.
But also, I do understand sometimes people just meet and they have a connection and you can't help it one way or another.
Yeah, I don't know this one.
24 and 46. I think it's just one of those things where it's like, personally, I don't think I could ever do it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to hate on anyone's, you go for it. If it's working for you, you're both adults. Mm-hmm. Sorry if we sound like haters.
Yeah, good luck. Hopefully it works out.
It is a lot. 24. That's almost double her age.
That's what I mean. And like so young still. They were 20. She was 21 when they first started. I don't like that. I don't like. That's the part that I'm feeling a little
and
like.
When you're 21, you're like, I'm so mature.
Yeah, but you're not.
And then once you turn like 30, you're like, oh my god.
Like, if she was in her 30s and she was in her 40s, 100%. I feel like that's still, like, different. Even if there was, like, a 10, 12-year age.
Even 20-year age gap, like 40 and 60.
It's different to me than a 21-year-old and a 40-year-old.
Because 21 just seems so, like...
It's just, like, the power difference, too. And, like, you're set up and, like, life is different. I don't know.
Okay,
but good luck!
Yeah. If you're happy, you're happy. You just own your shit.
Yeah, go get
it. What, for you two, what is the right balance?
You two, like you and me?
Like, for you and me.
Okay.
What is the right balance of independence versus togetherness for us? I'm gonna be honest, we're bad at this.
We do a lot together, and I feel like we have a lot of fun together, and I feel like it's like we just enjoy each other's company the most, and so I really like that. I think We're pretty good though about go see the girls in Michigan and stuff, even though the girls
Totally.
want to see you too. And like I feel like we do stuff. You'll go up north and stuff, but like at the end of the day, I feel like I like spending a lot of time with you.
Yeah.
I play hockey. I like we have our own
things for sure.
going,
and that is we've gotten better at that too. I think.
Yeah.
We were, like, when we first started dating, we were long distance, so I think when we moved in together, it was, like, first of all, you were in a new city as well, so you've moved to me, so obviously it was only natural that, like, most stuff would be together.
Yeah, I didn't even have, like, real work friends or anything.
But then, yeah, we've gotten progressively better, but at the same time, it's so hard when we're also just such good friends, like, I just love to do stuff.
But also I know, like, people are always like, lesbians are so codependent, which we are. But also straight couples know that I, like, hang out with. Literally,
like
they're exactly the same.
Yeah, but you have your own sports, and you go see your friends, and I'll stay here.
Mm-hmm.
You hang out away for the weekend, and you'll stay here. Yeah. I'll go to my sister's and whatever. We'll try to keep some things separate. But we do also both work from home.
Mm-hmm. Work together, work from home. Yeah. Even, like, but you do all, like, the house projects and stuff, but even sometimes I'm like, should I just sit and watch you do the house project? I don't know. I wouldn't change anything. I think we've gotten really good at it. And I feel like if I didn't want to hang out with you, that would be a problem. It's been how long? And we still want to hang out together. So I think we're winning.
I think even more now, honestly.
Yeah, I think we're winning.
I'm even needier now than I used to be, which is...
I think it all depends on, like, what you need to. Like, I think some people super like to have their own time. And if you're with someone like that, like, you just have to know who you're with.
I like it work because I'm like that.
Yeah,
I definitely need my own alone time, and you've also gotten way better at letting me have that too.
Thanks, babe. Yeah,
it is hard. Especially I feel like being two girls. Like anytime we have someone more on my side, like my life, like they have a bridal shower or baby shower or whatever, they invite Steph because it's like, oh, she's a girl, like bring her along. But it's like, if I was a guy, like, I wouldn't have to go, we wouldn't have to do those things.
But sometimes I don't find that I have to. I find, like, it's nice.
No, I don't mean have to, but I just mean those would be built in, like, things in life that if you were a straight couple, you would do separately.
Yeah, I know, I agree, but those are, like, nothing compared to, like, your day-to-day.
Yeah, I know. But then we also have a lot of the same friends and whatever.
Which I kind of like. Like, we have a lot of joint friends that, like, we all go together and stuff. But it's not that I can't go and have a drink with one of the like one of our joint friends or vice versa. You like you know what I mean? We're not like possessive being like, well, those are our friends. We have to go together, which I kind of like. Yeah. Whereas I think some people are like, if you go out, I'm coming
more
out.
Like
you know what I mean?
Stuff, yeah.
Whereas I'm like, go get vice versa.
More I'll be like, I'll stay home and read.
No, you've been good.
I don't know if that was advice, but we do a lot together. Yeah. But you also have to have your own things. I'm going to my best friend's wedding with my partner where I'll see someone I dated help. I'm assuming, obviously, someone you dated was, like, more of a hookup.
And dated is in these?
Dated is in these.
Okay.
I think don't sweat it. I think just...
And she's going with her partner, she said?
Yeah. Oh, does your partner know that you dated this person? Maybe that's why she's concerned?
Yeah, but, like, is it really going to come up? Is it awkward because it ended weirdly?
Yeah.
Like, how is this going to come up?
I need more context.
I know, I need to know, like, how long, what was it? Does your partner know? Are you going to talk to them? Did it end weirdly?
Well, I think she wants to know, like, should I talk to them? I think just, I would go with them.
Is that what the question was? Should I talk to them?
No, but I'm assuming. Well, just help. Like, what do I do?
I think just, like, act casual. Don't act like it bothers you. Because
I think, like, say hello. If you're, don't just, whatever. But maybe just very casual. Maybe a little bit act like you have somewhere else to be. Just like, hey, how are you? And, like, kind of keep it moving.
Don't overstay your welcome. Like, don't be too much, like, you're chit-chatty. Because then if I was with you and you were, like, super chit-chatty with the next, I'd be like... Yeah. Who cares a little, but then also if you're like, let's go, we gotta go, I'd be like,
why do you care so much?
Yeah. I'd be like, is there something happening here? Why is it so weird?
Would you want to know, like, if we were going to a wedding together?
Yeah, because you know me, I like to know
even if
everything.
I had just like casually hooked up with someone?
Because I asked you all those questions at the beginning, remember, and then like
but I feel like that's a lose-lose for me because like you're gonna be mad if I don't tell you.
100%. I didn't say it was a win, but I would like to know, and then I can choose if I'm going to be mad at you for that or not, you know. But at least you're not being weird and sneaky around about it. Yeah. But 100%. Because even at the I would. I
think being honest is better, and then you're gonna stress less too. Do you have any advice on coming out to parents when you're an only child and they're hoping for grandchildren? Well, unless you don't want kids. You being queer coming out doesn't matter. They won't have grandchildren.
We're trying to give our
parents we're working really hard over here. We've been trying to have a baby for 10 years. We realized we can't do it naturally, so.
It doesn't matter if you're in a same-sex relationship or not. There's always a way to have a baby if you want a baby, or you can adopt or whatever. So I think nowadays I'm hoping that more people are open to the fact that there's alternative ways to...
Families don't all look the same, and just because you're queer doesn't mean you can't have a huge family if you want one. And also, if you're straight, you might not want kids. Yeah, they'll have a lot of money. But also, if you're straight, it doesn't mean you want kids either. So there's lots of people who live fulfilling lives without like kids or a family, traditional family. So, yeah, I don't think they're really related. I don't think coming out equals not having kids. So,
well, even some straight couples can't have kids, so they have to still go down either the fertility journey or all the other ways to do it too, right? So, they
either don't want kids or they can't have kids.
Yeah, exactly. So
many different possibilities. I think just maybe make that clear, like if that is a big thing for them and you know that they're really hoping to have grandchildren, kind of talk about that and be like, just because I'm coming out doesn't mean I won't necessarily still have a family or whatever that may be. Or if you don't want kids, then
be honest with that.
Or maybe start with the coming out and then talk about the kids thing later. But good luck. That is a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're necessarily linked. So
I know the pressure though probably that you're feeling in the sense of like you're the only child. So then you have a lot of pressure on like the grandchildren and the marriage and like life and like what your parents probably expect the of image your that they life, right? So I get that, and there's a lot to it, and I think obviously the grandchildren is just like a small piece of it. But so don't be worried about that part, I don't think. Yeah. Maybe hopefully you have a good support system outside of your family, like with friends and stuff too. I have one, Chris, are there any more house projects that you need to get done for us?
That was a question, actually.
Because people always are asking, and I think you need to show people how great you are at. The only reason the house looks a fraction of how nice it looks now, because I actually hated it when we moved in, was because of you. Stop. So I think you need to share how, like, you're insanely talented and, like, super anal about precision and having it perfect, which is a bad thing for you, but great for me. Is there any more house projects?
I've told you this a million times. I actually did do some work on the powder room this weekend, so I'm getting there.
So we have the main floor powder room that's, like, started.
Yes, I've done the tiling, I've done the molding, I am currently patching the walls, I moved some of the electrical, changed the plumbing.
We had a little issue with that and you fixed it. We didn't even call the plumber.
And also, Steph wants a shed in the backyard, so we got a shed, I have to assemble that. Oh yeah. We got like a ready-made one, so that won't be too bad.
Oh yeah, so those are the two things. It's kind of ugly. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's like super nice looking, but I think it's going to do the job.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, powder room and shed are our next projects, right?
Mm-hmm. And a baby. That's a big project.
Yes, that's a big project we have going this summer. So, fingers crossed.
Biggest, yes.
We're going to, we didn't know if we were going to share or not, that we were going through the whole fertility journey and baby making journey. Yeah. And then I think we got a little sensitive over Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, we did.
And thought, you know what, if anything, we can share our story about it eventually, like maybe not real time, but like as we're going. And I think it'll be good for us and hopefully helpful for anyone else. And the amount of responses have been overwhelmingly amazing, so sweet and so supportive, and love to hear everyone else's journey about it. So I think that's been one of the nicest feelings, I guess, especially for you guys who've been, it's crazy to think how long we've been on the internet for, being like, you guys have been following us since the race or for years now, and it just only felt right to kind of share, not to share our life without sharing our life, you know.
It was like when it's the thing that you're thinking about and you're going through, you're thinking about it all the time. It was weird to kind of, because also we didn't tell even our friends or family for a while when we were starting. And then I thought it would bring on more stress to have more people know, but it actually kind of was a relief, I think.
I feel, I was super stressed before because I was like, oh, is this the right thing to share? And honestly, I feel really good that we did. Yeah. So,
you mean like our friends and family, or you mean
no, everyone? Like just like just
putting it out there,
just putting it out there.
We're trying. If it might be a really hard road, it might not be, and if it is, we'll just deal with it as things happen. So
and that's life, I guess. You know.
I mean, I don't think we owe anyone.
No,
so fertility is so personal. So if we were not going to share it, I think that was totally.
But
fine
it's a relief.
Not to, but
I feel nice.
I feel happy. I don't have any regrets.
Aww.
So
okay, I love you. I'm excited.
I love you so much. I said when I asked for questions, I said nothing about the baby stuff just yet, but I think we're like warming up to the idea of talking about it, just honestly because so many people have shared with us about their fertility journeys and their family dynamics and stuff like that, and it means a lot to me to hear from other people. So maybe, you know, if we open the conversation.
Yeah, we can, and best thing about this is we can literally answer whatever question we want.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we can kind of keep to whatever we feel comfortable answering. So, yeah, I think I'd like to share a little bit about it. I think it's so, you don't know anything. I feel like I didn't know anything before we started.
We learned a lot. It's crazy how much information you need to take in.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much for sending in all of your questions and for watching. We really love you guys. And yeah, that's probably it. Signing off.
How do we do this one?
This is not a question that we're going to answer because it's not even really a question. But every time I ask something, like, I don't know who these people are, but they say, please do a lift carry challenge on YouTube. Lift carry challenge on YouTube.
Like you'd have to lift me and then carry me?
I think it's something like weird like that. Sounds like a fetish, but that's fine.
Absolutely lift and carry me. That's easy for you.
Think?
Easily. You lift a lot of weight. You're very strong. Easily.
Like lift and carry you where?
That part.
It sounds like Steph wants to do the lift carry challenge, so maybe we'll do that.
The girl that was like literally like texting you being like, I miss you, come back to me, blah blah blah, even though she's now straight, but anyways, was at that wedding. But you were honest, you're like, she's there and she's like obsessed with me. It's fine.
I did not say she's obsessed with me.
A little.
No, that is not true. False.
Anyways, the estrogen.
I know. Oh my god, guys, we're just talking about how I'm the crybaby and I'm so soft these days. Imagine me on the hormones that you have had to be on.
I feel like I hit, like I was
so
shockingly good. I was waiting for myself to hit a woo, and I feel like I, for the most part, like so pretty good. Thank you, babe.
So good.
Thanks, babe.
I think I was worse. And I was literally more emotional, and she was on.
As I'm the one like getting the needles,
medication.
and you're I'm sexually attracted to you right now.
You miss my glasses?
Where are you going?
I need chapstick.
This has like this legit like 3 cameras set up right now.
It's not legit. I'm doing it because I'm so afraid one of them's not going to work. I was like, if I just put 3 cameras there, one of them will work.
One has to record.
Right? Let's get.
I think
we should. Are there too many pillows here?
Oh, I'm coming home. Maybe you're not.
Okay. I think if I put it right here, let's see how that works. I can't be holding this the whole time.
No, I don't think that's for us.
I'm already awkward enough as it is.
Clip it on them.
We'll see. I mean, I have audio going on the other things, so
yeah.
Worst case, we just do it as shitty as we always do. But best case, this sounds good. You do it. You wanted to do it. So.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
You've never turned these off.